Beautiful Geminis, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you, Gemini, for joining me here. I hope you're all doing super amazing. Thank you for joining me, being who you are and everything that you do. These cards want to speak. Expanded heart. This is liberation. Paul the Venetian is here, the gifted one, revealing your hidden talents, opportunities to shine. Metatron and Sandalphon, sacred connection, understanding the lessons. What's going on here? Bridget, inner fire, let your passions lead you to your purpose. Ishtar, inner learnings, follow your heart, truth will prevail. Lady Venus, light activation, a power surge. Saint Germain, violet flame, alchemy, release the old and make way for the new. Green Tara, healing light. So you could be healing here from something. It's like going through a heart awakening. Finding your inner passion, finding your purpose here. What is this? So it's like you are being guided. Maybe your grandfather was your mentor, or you're being mentored by a grandfather energy here. Let's get into your ancestors, since there's master DNA here. It could be a prophecy. Ooh, I don't know. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. Somebody, I don't know if somebody is messing with the Ouija boards here, but there's some kind of invisible snake here through the Ouija board. I don't know. I'm going to tell you, check your family. If your family's been messing with the Ouija board, I'm going to tell them to stop, because that's what someone is trying to say. Just hang on. Oh my. There's a messenger beyond the grave that said somebody has been messing with the Ouija board. Now they might be trying to contact the dead, or they might be trying they might be trying to contact their ancestors, or they might be trying to contact the dead through the Ouija, but there's a snake in the energy. Be careful, because they may not be getting the correct information. They may be thinking that they're talking to their ancestors or to deceased loved ones, but they're not. They're talking. This is a snake in disguise. It could actually be a witch who is using the Ouija board to contact the dead, to contact ancestors, But it's not true. That's what I want to say. It's not true. It's not them who they're contacting. It's a malevolent spirit. So if either you or your family are using a Ouija board, I'm going to tell them to stop using it, because they might be thinking they're contacting the dead, but they're not. They're talking to an evil spirit. Okay, someone may have passed. Okay? Yeah, like I said, I think that somebody is passed over. I think that somebody is either they're trying to send a message to the living, or someone is using like the Ouija board to communicate with the dead here. Just hang on. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is Master DNA. What's going on? Ooh, jeez. I told you. Somebody's angry here. I'm telling you. Like, they're provoking the spirits here. I don't know. Somebody is messing around with the Ouija board, and they've been told not to do it. I don't know if they're provoking the spirits or what they're trying to do. But it's a destructive energy that, look, they may think they're talking to a loved one. They might be thinking they're talking to, crossed over loved ones or something like that. But they're not. No, look, this person is gone. They're in the grave here. Look. And I think that the real person from the grave is trying to protect their ancestors, or their kinfolk. Somebody's messing around with the Ouija board here, and they think they're talking to deceased loved ones, but they are not. They are, or someone was using the Ouija board to contact spirits, but I'm telling you that they're... I don't know what someone's doing here. Hang on. Careful of who you're trying to contact here. I'm just gonna say. I don't know. See, they're thinking they're talking to someone who they love. I'm going to tell people these, like, you got to be careful about the spirit world. Like, somebody actually has the gift of prophecy. They don't need a Ouija board to get the messages. They don't need a Ouija board. If they want to contact, they will. It's like you don't need to use the Ouija board to contact spirits, okay? You don't, because you don't know what spirit you're going to get. So just hang on. This is God. I don't know what someone's doing here. Someone could be getting nightmares, you know? Like they could be getting nightmares. Just hang on. They were hoping to communicate. But they're foolish. They're being foolish. Look, I'm telling you something right now. Stop messing around with the Ouija board. Excuse me, but someone doesn't know what they're playing around with here. There is God here. There's nothing that God can't tell you. You don't need to be using a Ouija board. You don't need to be messing with that. There's nothing that God wouldn't tell you. Okay? So somebody's using some sort of Ouija board to contact the dead. And this is angering God, because God's like, there's nothing that you could find out from that I can't tell you. Okay? Or that I can't show you. Someone's having nightmares, and I don't know, it's causing fights and arguments, and like I said, like it's creating, there is some kind of, be careful of who you're contacting. You don't know what's coming through. Somebody is like, stop playing around with the Ouija board. It's invoking some kind of weird energy, like causing fights and arguments and anger and frustration and all this stuff going on. Look, it's not who they think it is. Somebody is doing this in their house. And it's like there is an Empress energy here who is very powerful in God believing, like spiritual person who has the gift of prophecy, who has master DNA. Like, you gotta watch who you're invoking here, because it's like mocking the spirit world or something like that. Like, The angels are trying to protect somebody, like angelic protection. Like, I'm telling you, stop. Somebody's making Source's job really hard. Like, this could be someone in your bloodline doing this. Like, Empress, this could be someone in your bloodline doing this. Or someone is doing this looking for information on your bloodline. I don't know. But they think they're contacting otherworldly beings. Well, they are, but when you contact otherworldly beings, some of them are good and some of them are not good. Bang. Don't be messing with Ouija boards, that's all I know. Like, someone actually has the gift of prophecy here. So this is someone else. Like, someone who has the gift of prophecy does not need to mess with the Ouija board. They're not going to do that. They have the gift. They don't need the Ouija board. But somebody's using it's opening the door to something that I don't know. They're going to end up regretting that they even did this. They're being lied to. Like, look. Like, I don't know if someone abandoned an actual Earth angel because they were thinking that they were messing with the Ouija board, or somebody could have turned their back on someone thinking that a spiritual prophecy, they're into Ouija boards or something. No, if they're a spiritual being, they don't need a Ouija board. They have the gift of prophecy. This is someone else. This is not the truth. Who's ever using this Ouija board over here, are they trying to like mimic a prophet, or are they trying to like, I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish here, but what they're going to end up doing is they're inflicting themselves with suffering. Like, you don't know what, like, I don't like Ouija boards for that reason, okay? I don't think that they should be in anybody's home. I don't think so. I don't think that they should be. I actually came across it is like a Ouija board, but they called it a ruin board, but I buried the little sensor thing. I buried it. I don't want nobody touching it. I got rid of it. Let me tell you, because somebody who's doing this that is in their home, somebody is messing with it and they shouldn't be. And whoever this deceased person is trying to protect somebody from that bad energy that's coming. They think they're contacting a loved one, but they're not. It's actually the loved one who's trying to protect them from using that Ouija board. Like, that's the problem that I'm having, and you don't know how many of... I think somebody better do some serious saging and clearing house. They're being deceived. I'm telling you, the devil's here to do something here. That's dark energy, man. Working with ghosts and souls and stuff like... Just stop doing it. Good God. I can't tell people. A lot of people, they just go... Like, say it's in their home, and then their kids find it, and they start playing with it, and... You know, there's so many things that could go wrong. Like, now somebody could have been doing this to interfere in someone's relationships too. Like, you open that door, you don't know what's come through. All of a sudden, people start severe headaches, health problems. I don't know what somebody's trying to do, man. Contacting spirits to do nasty things or something. Or this is the result of using the Ouija board. Transportation, interruptions, communication, lightheadedness, dizziness, causing drama and fights in love connections and friendships. Look, stop using the Ouija board. Because if someone is truly spiritual, and they don't need one. I'm just saying, like, everyone says to me, Frankie, how do you read your cards? How do you read your cards? I actually don't even need my cards. But a lot of people like tarot, so they want to see me use the cards, so I use them. But you know, I do prayers over my cards. I sage my cards. I ask the right spirits to come and name them by name. But I am telling you, when you use the Ouija board, different spirits come out. And you know... myself, I wouldn't have them around me. We got a snake over here. And you know what I think is really weirder? That I think that they make the Ouija board under kids' games. I believe seeing it listed under kids' games. Don't be buying your kids a Ouija board. That's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I've heard lots of stories about them Don't let people be bringing it into your home. That's what I know. Don't be bringing that stuff around your home unless you want to invite trouble in. Because weird stuff happens. You don't know what kind of energies are being sent through there. Just, I wouldn't recommend it. That's just what I got to say. And I think somebody's grandfather here is saying the same thing. Like, I can understand people having an interest in the spirit world because that's why I'm here. But I also know how to protect my energy and how I can get... I wouldn't... Let's put it to you this way. I don't let my grandchildren play with my tarot cards. I certainly wouldn't give them a Ouija board. I wouldn't let my children play with the Ouija board, I can assure you. But you know how kids are. If they're in the house, they're going to find them. Which is why I don't have them. And that's what's coming through. I wouldn't be having one of those things. Nope. I actually had to go to a relative's house who admitted to me that they've been messing around with the Ouija board. Well, they were so scared, I tell you, Gemini. I had to go there. I had to bring my Bible. I had to bring holy water. I had to bring my sage. And I'm telling you, there was some weird stuff going on. And it was through a roommate of a family member that had come there and then pulled it out while my relative was away and started playing around with it with their friends in the house. Well, weird stuff started happening. Bad things started happening. Real bad things started happening. Creaking and the walls shaking, and it was creepy as heck. So I had to go there and cleanse out that house, and I'm telling you, they didn't want to leave, okay? That person who was in there, I told my relative, get them out. You do not want a roommate like that. I don't like that roommate. There's something up with that roommate. You got to get him gone. So, yeah, that roommate started acting real weird, and my relative had to tell him to leave because something happened to that person. Like, I didn't trust that person, who they became. So you don't know who's bringing what into your house. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm telling you, I had a heck of a job getting rid of what was in that house. And I did. But I had a heck of a job trying to get rid of it. Okay? And I wasn't too impressed, because I knew something had happened as soon as I walked in the house. Like, that house had a beautiful energy to it until that happened. And after that happened, that house did not have nice energy. At all. And the children in that home started seeing really bizarre things, which is the only reason I went there. To protect those children that were in the house from whatever they dug up there. But I am telling you right now, I wouldn't have one around children. Now, if grown adults want to do that on their own, then that's their business. Me, particularly, it would never happen. Okay? Ever. I've seen too much. I would not be dabbling in that stuff. And I'm telling you, if you have children in your home, I would not recommend it. Just my personal opinion only. Take care.